Hey world, it is Ro. I am checking in with Free Your Journey. Today is December 5th. Today is actually my oldest sister, well, my only sister. Today's her birthday, and I just want to send some love and some light to her. I love you so much. I wish that our relationship was closer. They always say the first best friend is your sibling, and there's some things that I wish in life that we would have an opportunity to become best friends, because I do know that we're probably more alike than we think that we're different. So I love you, sis, and I'm sending you peace and blessings from Atlanta to New York. Blessings to you. Well, today, guys, I just wanted to let you hear my voice, see my face. It's been a low vibration month for me in the month of November to December. I've been battling my emotions very deeply. Um, and what I mean by that is it's just been a lot of changes within my world. I started a full-time job, which I've been going back and forth on in my emotions as if that's something I even want. And with me second guessing that, I'm second guessing everything in my life. Do I want to continue to grow my business? Do I want to continue to be in a relationship? Do I want to be married? Do I want to be a mom? And I believe that most of those thoughts are coming from me being scared. I've had in my past of this world, I've had great jobs. I've had great relationships, or relationships that I thought were great, and we weren't on the same playing field. Now, there are come times when you do hit bumps in roads on any journey you're going in, but I feel that it comes with how you are responding to what your higher self and the universe is providing for you. Now, I've been manifesting and meditating on certain things, and I have been seeing results. But with me, I am such a transparent person, and I'm so honest that sometimes it makes me sad that I'm not getting that same energy from other areas of my life. It's hard for me to be a friend or be in a relationship with someone who's not being 100% themselves. And so that makes me feel that I'm not being 100% true to me. So I'm no longer complaining about the next person, because me complaining is getting me absolutely nowhere. Like, I have complaints about everything, and all it is doing is making me feel like I'm asking for too much. And in reality, the person may just not be in the position to provide those things. I'm still asking of things of parents that I may never see, because those such parents just don't understand that that's what you need in this world. I'm just realizing that I played the victim role forever. And what I mean by victim role is I'm always making it someone else's situation and not my own, or somebody else's fault and not my own fault. But now I'm 100% accountable of my reactions and my responses to things and situations. So I think now we all go through situations and cycles, and we all have a moment to where we're just embarrassed, or we're mad, or we're hurt. But how do you overcome that? How do you overcome the pain? I was watching Girl Get Up yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago, with Sarah Jakes Roberts, and a line she stated resonated with my soul, and she said, you have the casket and you have the curse. The casket meaning something died, and the curse meaning you let it stay dead. I refuse to be the curse. There's a lot of caskets that I have that I just want everything to be reborn or relived or remembered. Me talking right now, I am actually like fighting my tears, right? Because I'm very emotional now. Like a lot of things are coming from, I know that I'm doing that wrong. You could do better. I'm very hard on myself. I shy away from certain areas if I feel like I'm not producing perfection. And right now, I feel I'm not producing perfection in any area. Like, I've been sitting on my business plans and I've been birthing them. Like, I must say, I feel great in that. I feel great in that because it's mine. I'm in control. When you're in a relationship or you're in a friendship or you're in a partnership, you're not in control. You have to respect the other one's feelings. You have to respect their boundaries. You have to understand their pain, their emotions. You have to be empathetic. You have to put your pride aside and your ego aside and want to apologize. Me as a Libra, Gemini, Leo, because we talked about being sun, moon, and rising signs. So my sun is this Libra, moon is a Gemini, and I'm a rising Leo. Those three signs together, created by a Sagittarius and a Capricorn, I'm very headstrong. I'm very dominant in my masculine energy. So these days when I'm feeling soft and crying all the time, I'm back to being the baby that I used to be. Cry all the time. I am a crybaby. I know this. I've been a crybaby since birth. So now that I know that I'm crying again, that means I'm tapping back into my feminine energy, which is great because that's been the whole goal. But now that I'm back at this feminine energy, I feel as though I have to put my masculine energy back up because I'm not feeling safe in my feminine energy. It's like I have to really trust someone else with my precious beings and my precious jewels. It's kind of hard for me. It's hard. That is hard for me. It's hard for me to just completely just, here, it's yours. Take my heart. Mash it up. Take my heart. Baby, I love it. Make it grow more. Like it's hard for me to trust that someone's going to take care of my heart. And I have been working on that. I've been reading a lot of books and looking up on natal charts and astrology because you guys know I'm an astrology junkie. And I'm really interested into past life readings. I'm huge on twin flames and spiritual families. And the more and more I read, the more and more it makes so much sense to me. Because right now it's saying that we're in a season with this lunar eclipse and how the lunar eclipse are bringing back forth past traumas and past karma. So we're releasing karmic attachments. In my world, I feel like I've always lingered or dealt with the control. I was in an abusive relationship for a while. I was being controlled for a long time. And sometimes I'm like, that's at that time you knew the difference. Like, okay, yes, I want what okay, let me just get this out. Because a lot of people say, well, why did you stay? Why didn't you walk away? You do walk away. You walk away and then they come back and they apologize and they make you feel like they did something different. Like they're going to treat you differently. And then it gets to a point where they are walking in their lower vibrations again and they're pulling you with them. So at that point in time, I didn't know there was a difference between low and high vibrations. I just thought that, okay, well, when you're happy, you're happy. You're really happy. And when you're mad, you're just really mad. And everything, I'm just going to take the anger for. But tomorrow will be good. Tomorrow will be okay. And honestly, I didn't think that was a problem with my mental being forgiving, me being understanding, me acknowledging that this is just a moment. This isn't him all the time. So with me having that mental, I still have that mental for me. If I'm messing up, or if I'm flawed, or if I'm doing anything lower than my higher vibration, it's okay because that's not who I normally am. I'm normally a sweet, genuine, loving individual. So for me now to be in this karmic situation, is it my karma or is it someone else's karma? Like, that's where my thoughts are with this lunar eclipse. Like, am I reaping my own karma? Because if that's the case, I have about another year of this that I'm going through, that I will go through before I get to the ending of the journey. Because I know I did some things in my life that was not pleasant. And honestly, I thought I had received the karma back for that. But no, you don't. You don't until you don't until you do. And so I think I'm accepting of that karma. But at the same time, I'm trying to learn what the karma is so I won't repeat it again and again. But sometimes the karmic parties or other people that are in the scenarios do not want to actually heal or communicate the situations. What I'm learning is the same phrase we hear, what's done in the dark will come to the light, means a lot. What's done in the dark will come to the light, meaning at any point in time, if we need some truth revealed, or if we get to a point where the truth has been revealed and we're trying to learn from the scenario, what's ever in the dark will come to the light, because you have to learn from it. You have to embrace what the mess is so we can clean it up and let it go. Majority of us are refueling ourselves, refueling cycles, giving cycles new energy because we never attacked them originally. We have addiction that's deep within families that no one's addressing. They're just like, oh, he just drank on Saturdays, he just drank on weekends, he just turned up, that's just what he do. No, boo, you were alcoholic, your daddy was an alcoholic, your mama was well, I'm not gonna say your mama because I'm trying to leap it on like the line. So let's go back. Your daddy, alcoholic. If you alcoholic, one of your parents alcoholic. So let's just go, your daddy alcoholic. Women, let's just use me. My daddy's an alcoholic. I'm alcoholic. His daddy or his mama was alcoholic, and forth and forth. It just goes in that. So if you know that you have a smoking problem, it didn't just originate with you. It started with someone else. You can control these battles that you have within yourself. These are things that no one comes to you and say, hey, yeah, I battled that when I was your age too. They will make you feel like less than because they did it and they didn't want their kids to go through it. So they'll kind of come to you and say, well, hey, you know, that's bad. You shouldn't do that. And this, but they won't tell you, well, like, man, I used to go out on Fridays, get an eighth or whatever you want, whatever it is, a pound. We in the neighborhood chopping it up. We shooting cars, we shooting dice, we doing this. And this, that, and the third happens. They're not telling you these stories. I want to be transparent with my children. Yeah, I used to have a drinking problem. Yeah, I was in an abusive relationship. Yeah, I've done this. I've done that. Because when you are open with your past issues, it flees. I can't stay here. There's no shame here. There's no shame here. So the thing that I didn't talk about in October, the shame and the guilt and the the vulnerability and of me just being in a situation that I hated. I hated it, I hated it, I hated it. But I chose there because I didn't love myself. I chose there because I didn't love me. I chose to be in this situation for money, I guess. That's the only outcome that I can actually understand. Like, I was in a scenario where I didn't want to be home with my family. I didn't have my own. But this person was willing to let me be with them, and I was okay with that. Excuse me. Excuse me again. But at the same time, I had a house with my family, my car. I was good there. I just didn't want to obey by their rules. I didn't want to be in their house at 12. I felt, hey, I'm 19. No, I'm 21. I don't want to do this. So I wanted to be on my own. I've been on my own since I have been 18 paying bills. On my own. Well, I had roommates. But I didn't ask my parents for money to pay my bills. The most they might have helped me with was like my car insurance, and they helped me with groceries a few times. But when it came to like my rent, I didn't ask them. So now that I'm 32 years old, I don't ask anyone to pay my bills. If I need the assistance, that's when I'm asking you. But 10 out of 10, I'm getting it on my own, and I do not feel that when you're in a partnership, you have to ask them for money for your bills. When it comes to me, I'm realizing how I was raised. Because at first I was like, was I raised for a man to take care of me, or was I raised to be independent? When I look back at it, I was very much raised to be independent. Pay all my bills, make sure I have a job, make sure you have your separate bank account. And that's something I've been messing up on. I have a separate bank account, yes, but I be letting my partners know what I got going on, what I have going on in my bank accounts. And I don't know if that gives them like, oh, okay, she got extra money, so we good type of vibe. Because that extra money don't be for us. It be for like, if I lose a job or you lose a job, it's for savings. It's not for us to touch right now. But sometimes I do have to touch it because money has not generated fast enough. Like, for the past year, I've been pursuing entrepreneurship fully. So it's been up and down. But on the flip side of things, when you stay true to your divine self, everything will work out. Whether you are living right or you're living wrong. But we have to understand where we are operating in our vibrations. And I think that's what I'm learning now. Being in a domestic violence relationship, or just being in a situation to where you just feel like you have no control, is not where you want to be. So I have mirrored some energy like that towards my partner, to where it's not necessarily like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna beat you. It's more necessarily of I need everything to be my way, or it's wrong. And I'm trying to be a little bit more understanding on accepting someone else's point of view. Now, my mindset is, the last time I let someone lead, they broke me. The last time I let someone lead me, I almost died. Last time I let someone lead me, the boat tipped over. Yes, what I just said is wrong, because you shouldn't take that relation, because really what you're not taking the relationship, you're taking the mindset. You're taking the mindset into a new relationship. The majority of us do it. I have yet to meet a person that has taken time and like, you know what, I'm going to be single for 5 years before I date anybody else. And what I mean by date, I mean date, period. Spending your energy, spending your time, having sex with them. It's not, you don't have to do that. You could just be solo dolo, live your life, do you, and meet people out where you're out. But you don't have to go on dates with them. So I have never seen that within my world. I think I chose not to practice it on my own. There's nothing wrong with being single. Single is the best version of you before you get to be a married couple. Because once you're married, you can't walk away. And I do believe that's why a lot of relationships fail. Because marriages, I mean. Because you feel you can get into a marriage and just walk away. No, boo, you signed up for this. We in this for life. Now, if you want to just walk away, we could have just did this until you decide you don't want to do this no more. And I think that's something that I'm battling with. Like, I don't even, honestly, I'm battling if I want to be someone's wife. And I feel that comes because it's like, it's a curse. I'm battling between the curse and the casket. Yeah, that died. I had this going on. It didn't work out. Oh, well, move on. And I don't have a problem with moving on. That's not it. It's the mental. My mental is feeling, it's feeling like I'm so scared to do that. My anxiety flares up really bad when I think about me getting into a situation and I can't get out of it. Me getting into a situation and I'm just not happy. I don't want that for me. I want to wake up with nothing but smiles every day, go to bed nothing but smiles. I genuinely want that for me. It's like you can, it's like after holding on to just, excuse me, I'm getting emotional. But it's like holding on to something and just expecting it to grow into this beautiful rose. And then at the end of it, the rose just wants to attack you. And it's like, you know what? I know you fed me. You was with me through it all. But you know what? I don't need you. I'm good. I'm good without you. That is that's what I see. Like, at the end of it all, I see I put in my work. I watered my flower. I mowed my grass. My garden is beautiful. But my garden doesn't want me. My garden wants to be sold off to other flowers. My garden wants to have a new farmer because they don't like the kind of plant soil I use. That's really where I am with that. And I think that comes in more areas than just being in a relationship. Because I feel like that when it comes to my best friend as well, I feel that I watered my grass. I took care of my farm, and it just got lent out to somebody else. Um, and it's not because those things happen for her, because I'm genuinely happy for my friend. Though that's not it. It's more of I felt abandoned because she was no longer available to me in the same form anymore. That goes in the same thing with my mom. Like when she had the boys, she was no longer available to me in a way that she was originally. So I really have to fix that because like I said, I have no kids and I don't want my daughter and I to have no mother-daughter issues because I feel, oh, yo, daddy spent too much time with you. He don't spend enough time with me. I don't want those problems. So I want to be I am a healed one. I am a healed flower. Everything will work out perfectly. But on this journey, it's so hard to just stay focused on what you're supposed to be freaking doing. It's like you get mad and old things pop up and you just allow that to take over. And it's such a struggle. If anyone can help me with keeping my mind set on my path for today and not straying, that would totally help me. Because I start out, I meditate, I write down my affirmations, I write down my goals for the day for my emotions, and it'll be totally fine until I feel that I'm being tested. And instead of me responding in the heal, I respond in the unheal. After all that work, it's like, fail. Study, 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 fail. I'm just not understanding the process I have right now. I'm trying to release as the emotions come up. I'm trying to release them. Trying to release them. I am. Because I've had 2 outbreaks, 3 outbursts this week, and I'm really trying to understand where they came from. The first one was coming from someone telling me no. The second one came... Oh, no, the second one came from somebody telling me no as well. And the third one came from things just being too good to be true. I had to know if something was going up. What's going up? What's going on? And you seek and thou shalt find. Let's just put it like that. You seek and thou shalt find. Now, what I've been learning is when I find things, I should just keep my mouth closed. I should just keep my mouth closed. Period. This Scorpio season has drained me out. Like from the clearing of old energy and past cycles, it has drained me. So December is going to be free. In the month of November, we was working on divine masculine and divine feminine energy. And divine masculine, working on solar plexus chakra, which is confidence and power. And divine feminine is working on throat chakra, which is speaking my truth. Now, we gender, male or female, have divine masculine and divine feminine energies. Now, depending on which one is more showing up in your world, that's the one that you're walking in mostly. But you should have about a good balance of 70-30 in your energies. So when I say divine masculine, that could be anybody. If you need to work on your confidence and your power, that is your divine masculine energy, and you need to work on that to balance that out. If you're working on your throat chakra, that is a divine feminine energy, and it's working on you speaking your truth. Now, a lot of people, I have no problem speaking my truth. That's why I created Free Your Journey. But there's a lot of men that are battling speaking their truth. And there are a lot of women that are battling confidence. So it's not, I'm not a man, so I don't have confident problems. No, you have confident issues, or you're scared to stand in your power. That's just your masculine energy. Something is weak in there. And the majority of us women, when we're stronger in our masculine energy, it's because we didn't have a father figure or a man in our life to take the lead. So we took the lead, and so now we take the lead in everything. But when you're trying to balance out the energies with a partner, the energies have to be balanced for you guys to link together. Meaning, if your masculine energy is more wavy, higher than he's going to feel like the feminine, and you're going to feel like the man in the relationship, and you guys are not going to want to mix emotionally, energetically, sexually. It's going to cause issues. So when we realize that we're off, we'll have to come back to a point where your divine feminine and his divine masculine are matching. Not divine feminine, divine feminine, divine masculine, divine masculine. Divine feminine, divine masculine. They have to, like magnets, they have to connect together. So if you are polar opposite and you're giving him divine masculine energy, he's going to repel. He's not going to want that. So there are days when I know that I'm screaming in my divine masculine energy because I'm being logical, I'm being more headstrong, I'm planning, I'm organizing. Those are masculine traits. But when you're in your creative space of when you're just like, okay, painting, drawing, loving, nurturing, you're more in your feminine energy. So when you're cultivating and growing